everybody, welcome to Pro Wrestling Podcast Review of Smackdown. We just call it simply Smackdown. Guys, this was the first show after WrestleMania for the SmackDown Superstars, so we get the blow off from that. And there was a lot that happened, a lot of repeat. WWE actually goes back to live filming next week. They were going to record like 5 weeks worth of episodes, but Vince McMahon changed his mind, decided we're going back live in front of the empty crowds. So I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work out or how that's going to play out, but we started a couple of new feuds. Some of them, who knows, we'll see where they go with it. But the show starts with Braun Strowman in the ring, and it looks like it really looks like he was told he's supposed to look like he's happy about having the belt on his shoulder, but he wasn't sure exactly what kind of emotion happy is. It was very odd and kind of awkward. Luckily for us, Shinsuke Nakamura comes out and he interrupts, and he's like, look, the last time I fought you, I won. And it's, a really good reminder. And they actually let Nakamura give a promo. I know it's weird when WWE allows foreign wrestlers, especially the Japanese wrestlers right now, to actually get on the mic. Who knew that they were wildly entertaining? I don't know, maybe this guy who said it for weeks and weeks on this show. Look, Shinsuke's brilliant. Let the man do what he wants. Cesaro sneaks in and interferes, and Braun eats a Sasha, and we have Braun Strowman and Shinsuke Nakamura taking place later on in the show. Then we get a repeat of the women's tag match from WrestleMania, and it wasn't as good this time. Imagine that. It was just, hey, we're going to do this because we got to do something with the tag belts. We built no feuds. We really have nothing to do with the women's tag belts because we largely forgot they existed until we got to WrestleMania season and went, oh yeah, they're still on the Kabuki Warriors. We should do something about that. And Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross win again. Kairi Sane gets pinned again. And this is like really quietly burying Kairi Sane. Because if you watch both shows and if you pay attention to what's going on, Asuka has a nice little winning streak going on Raw, but she has a losing streak on SmackDown because Kairi Sane keeps getting pinned every week in their tag team. If you think logically about it, hey, Kairi's the weak link. It's just strange, bad, frustrating booking when you think about it. I mean, I know WWE has this reputation for forgetting things that even happened in the same show and don't do continuity well, but can you fix this? Kairi's too good of a performer for this. Asuka was on the mic again. Like I said, when you let people do what they're paid to do and entertain, it's brilliant and fun. And I like brilliant and fun. Then we move on to a segment with Elias, standing out on Pride Rock. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch other episodes, please. And he tells us he's planning on winning the Money in the Bank ladder match. Cool. He sings a song about getting thrown off of Pride Rock and everything. It's kind of entertaining. He even references the Lion King. I like when wrestlers are self-aware at times. It was okay. Then we get Dolph and Sonya Deville coming out, and they yell at the commentary team immediately, saying they're just Mandy's friend. They're trying to do what's best for her. Tucker comes out and he shows pictures of Mandy and Otis working out together, and Otis has a bunch of bananas. Who knows what's going on there? And of course, Dolph and Tucker get in a match. Dolph wins after Sonya distracts Tucker, of course. You know, it's leading to a mixed tag match later down the road, and we just got to get Dolph some wins to build that story. Then it moves on to an entertaining segment, but it's only entertaining because the groups are so good, not because. But honestly, the tag team scene on SmackDown is getting a little stagnant. It's the dirt sheet with Miz and Morrison. Of course, the Miz and Morrison are brilliant until they started rapping at the end of it. And I was laughing because it was so bad it was good. They did say that they talked about the Boneyard match between AJ Styles and Undertaker. And they said, in their opinion, AJ Styles was dead. So that'll be fun to see how WWE brings AJ back. Of course, when Miz and Morrison are doing this, the Usos come out and the New Day come out. And this is what I'm talking about stagnant with this. They've done almost every single angle of these three teams that you can possibly do in the past few months. Except there's only one left, and it's the one that they're going to use. The people that didn't participate in the ladder match at WrestleMania are going to be the ones that compete for the tag belt later on. So, Miz, the other Uso, I think Jimmy, and then Big E. And I'm looking forward to that match. But we need to do something else with the tag belts. It's getting a little stagnant. Luckily for me, though, luckily for that question and that problem, they debuted a new tag team in the segment immediately after, the Forgotten Sons. I was a fan of these guys in NXT. They didn't have the best of runs, but they're a solid big man team. And they did them a big favor by putting them in there with the Lucha Bros. I know the Lucha Bros, they're better than what they get treated, and it was a match that was better than we deserved it to be. Big guys versus little guys, especially when they're as talented as the Lucha Bros, always ends up being very solid. So hopefully this is the new blood that the tag team scene needs. Want to see how this all works and develops. Just don't throw them into it too fast. Apparently we found something to do with the women's tag team belt. Dana Brooke and Carmella interrupt the Alexa and Nikki's celebration backstage, and they're like, "Hey guys, can we have a tag belt match?" And Alexa's like, I don't know, but Nikki Cross is like, yes, you can. So apparently all you have to do to get opportunities in WWE is walk up and ask for them. So can I be your new lead writer? According to story, you have to give it to me, because that's how this all works logically now. So I'll expect my hiring package in a couple of weeks. Just put the address in the comments down below, and I'll get with you. Cool. Then we have the Sasha Banks Bayley drama continuing. They're down there talking. Bayley's like, I did all this, and she has to take time to remember, oh yeah, we did all this. So they're showing the phrase there. Tamina interrupts because I guess they paid her for like a full month instead of a couple of weeks, so I don't even know what's going on there. And she's like, it took all of you to beat me, which, okay, it was fine. It was a 5-way match, so why not use all your resources? And she wants to fight Bayley, and Bayley's like, no, if you can beat Sasha, then you can fight me. And of course, Sasha was none the least bit too happy about that, getting booked into a match with Tamina, who's being made to look like a monster. Speaking of monsters, and shortly after this, Sheamus killed a jobber. They said his name. I forgot it. It was over so quickly. Then there's a great video package for Jeff Hardy's return. If you don't know who Jeff Hardy is, why are you watching a wrestling show? That's a thing. And yeah, go back and watch it. It was great. It shows how crazy him and his brother actually were coming up. Then we get the match with Shinsuke Nakamura versus Braun, and it's a typical Braun match, which he's a good worker for his size. There's nothing groundbreaking here. It was really just a placeholder for what comes after it. I mean, even with Cesaro interrupting, Nakamura gets beat. There's some decent spots in it. It wasn't my favorite thing in the world. I kinda actually hoped, against hope, that we would get a Nakamura win, because I like that little artist collective group, you know, Sami Zayn, Cesaro, Shinsuke Nakamura. How cool would it be if they started just putting extra belts on that group? Shoot, put Nakamura and Cesaro in the tag division. How good would that be? Come on, do something else besides Sami Zayn with the Intercontinental title. Those three are so talented, and they work so well together and play off each other so well together. Let's do something with them. Nakamura is one of the best performers in the business. Cesaro in the ring is also one of the best performers in the business. And, you know, Brock keeps getting the belt because he's got that real world clout from the MMA stuff. Nakamura was a MMA fighter as well. So we could play off of that a little bit. You know, that's a group with limitless opportunity. But sadly, like I said, it was just a placeholder for what came next. As soon as the match is over, Bray Wyatt interferes. The Firefly Funhouse starts, and he's talking to Braun, telling him, "Hey, I made you. You know, why did you leave the family?" And it's a good little back and forth. I'm not really going to say too much about it because it was just entertaining. You know, it was kind of awkward. Like, Bray is so good at this. Bray is absolutely so good at this that that it makes, unless you're that level of a performer, like it worked with Cena. It really worked with Cena. And it's like some of the other people Bray's done it with, it's worked with pretty well. As like Goldberg's really good on the mic, so it worked with Goldberg even. Braun, it seemed a little one-sided. Like, I like how Braun kind of like waved back and tried to sell it, you know, take some of the steam out of the moment, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me being super nitpicky about it, but that's how it came. It's just how it came by to me. Anyway, it's something that you should probably watch for yourself because it's setting up a feud. Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, wants his belt back. And while the segment was great, I do not like this decision. Like, I think it's too soon. I like the Fiend chasing the belt. I like the character without the belt better than I do him being the champ. Because it kind of you're shoehorned with his character, with how you can do matches, who you can match him up with, and it limits things. That's why I'm kind of hoping that they would take another road with this. And honestly, Nakamura is somebody that deserves to have the belt for a while. He's been that good, that consistently. His main roster run hasn't been anywhere near as good as his NXT run. But there's so many people you can put him in matches with, and it'd be great. If booked proper, you know, if you let the stories tell themselves. I don't know, maybe I'm being weird about that. But watch the last segment for yourself. I definitely didn't run down it enough to give it justice. But anyway,